Right, welcome to the Space Marine Tactical video. It is for the Primaris Marines Apothecary. The unit's been completed. I've not painted it, it's been painted up by legofingerz. You can check him out on Instagram. I'll put the link in the description below. There is the video on the channel where I introduce his work. So this model's been done on commission, but it's another unit finished for my Primaris Marine Red Scorpions chapter army. A very exciting project. Really do like the Red Scorpions colour scheme. And so another unit done. In this video we'll check him out in the rules, you know, some tactics for him, and just sort of the breakdown, points, costs and so on. That's what we'll do in this video. This is the model here, like so. I'll just zoom in so you can take a closer look. So painted up by legofingerz. You can check him out on Instagram, but a beautiful job is done here on this Primaris Marine Apothecary. Just look very, very good. Beautiful model. We'll check out all the different war gear that he's armed with here in this video. But I have to say that the Primaris Marine models are absolutely fantastic. They really are good. And I really think the Red Scorpion colour scheme is great. Now, legofingerz has said he was inspired by the Red Scorpions painting tutorial that is on the channel here, so check that out for how to paint the Red Scorpions chapter. You can follow that tutorial along step by step. But that's the model there. As I said, check out legofingerz and you can see all the different work that he does on Instagram. Check him out on eBay as well, he's got models for sale. So he is an elite's choice. That's the regular apothecary just there. Primaris Apothecary here. Yeah, so power level 4, movement 6, cover all the points in just a moment. Weapon skill, ballistic skill 3 plus strength, toughness 4. 5 wounds. So he has an extra wound over the regular apothecary here, so just more durability for this guy. 3 attacks, which is healthy enough. Leadership 8 and a 3-up save. The regular apothecary is just armed with bolt pistol chainsword. The Primaris is armed with the Absolver bolt pistol. So the Primaris Apothecary is 68 points, regular is 55, so just paying a little bit more for the extra wound. For the weapon as well, the Absolver pistol, which I think is just absorbed in the points cost. Yeah, 0 extra points for that. And then a reductor pistol and frag and crack grenades. So the reductor pistol, remember pistols can be fired whilst you're in close combat if it's your turn, is 0 points as well. Yes, it's a flat 68 points. It's cheap enough. And he's a character as well, so it's going to be difficult for the opponent to target. You can be behind other units, helping them with healing, which is the main reason why you take this guy. But anyway, the Absolver bolt pistol is actually range 16. A very good pistol. Strength 5 as well. So most infantry can be wounded on 3+, and then -1 on the AP. Also, it's just a decent enough weapon. Then the reductor pistol is a 3-inch range. Strength 4, -3 and 2 damage. So these weapons are pretty good. Decent enough. Frag and crack grenades as well. So he's armed decent enough for shooting. You know, you can fire from behind other units by using those weapons. Not bad. They should no fear. Then Narfakium here. At the end of your movement phase, your apothecary can attempt to heal or revive a single model. Select a friendly chapter infantry or bike unit within 3 inches. So you'll do all your movement first to get him into position. And I believe you can still advance to get there. If that unit contains a wounded model, it immediately regains D3 lost wounds. So that's the great thing. So you've got your, Primaris army. You've got a wounded character, Captain Gravis armor, who's taken 3 wounds. You have the apothecary nearby, and he's there just to boost him up again. I think it's invaluable, very, very helpful. If you keep this guy alive, that's one tactic I would say, is try and keep him alive for as long as possible in the game. Because he'll be handy towards the end of a battle, where he can start helping out wounded models. The chosen unit contains, so it's D3 lost wounds, that's excellent. Yeah, and it applies to bikers as well. If the chosen unit contains no wounded models, but one or more of its models has been slain during the battle, so now you can try and roll if there's no wounded models in the target unit, then you can actually try and resurrect one of the lost models. On a 4+, a single slain model is returned with 1 wound remaining. If the Apothecary fails to revive the model, he can do nothing else the remainder of the turn, as he recovers the gene seed of the fallen warrior. Unit that can only be the target of an Apothecary ability once each turn. So this is the kind of unit you want to hang around in the core, the centre of your army, where your important units are. So for my Primaris army, for example, I'm going to have a cluster of some HQ models, a couple of lieutenants, a Captain Gravis armour. He's going to be near them for sure. And then around that will be some of my key units, like my Hellblaster squads. And so he'll be helpful for restoring wounds on them or resurrecting dead models as well. So that's the kind of use you want for him. He's not going. You don't want him out on his own, out of position. He needs to be in the dead centre, the heart of your army. This guy needs to be there. You know, centre of the army. If he needs to move off to the left or to the right, he can to get somewhere else. But really want him to be as near as many units, as many characters, as many models as possible. So that's the way you play him centrally. And then because he's not that expensive in points, if he finds himself with not much to do later on in the game, he's a handy model for sitting on top of objectives on your backfield as well. So a cheap enough unit choice, the ability to hang around on objectives, the ability to resurrect models and to heal damaged models as well. I just think, you know, and cheap enough in points, I think is a good idea for sure. And especially for my Primaris army, you know, look, it's all two wound infantry models, and you know, expensive units as well. And so any repairing that he does, any healing that he does is going to be great, and any models that he returns to play is going to be very, very helpful indeed. So I think it's well worth taking one of these. One tactic you can use on the 4+, keep a command point handy just to get that reroll, just to try and make sure he does do his healing or resurrect a model, just to increase the chances of that happening. So that's pretty much the video. There's no need to roll up any dice here. It's just more discussing the tactical use for him. You're sort of fixed for your war gear. You don't choose as to what you can add or take away. Same for the regular Apothecary as well. Armed with the Narfakium, just the same. I use the equivalent of an Apothecary for my Blood Angels, the Sanguinary Priest. Exactly the same rules for him, and I found it very, very helpful. And again, he plays a central role. He hangs around with my Chaplain and my Terminators, and that's a key help that he's been. And I have other HQs at times. If you check out the battle reports, jumping in, getting wounds restored. You know, there was one battle report where the Sanguinor was out fighting. He took some nasty wounds. He jumped back over to the Apothecary, restored 3 wounds, and then jumped out, was able to carry on fighting. Very, very helpful. So, yeah, not always going to have a great game with these. Sometimes they'll not do too much, but other times they will help out. They'll really help out in certain situations. So, I reckon it's a unit well worth having, and expect to see him play to be in the centre of my new Primaris Red Scorpions army as I currently working. I've got a good number of units of these done already, sort of at the patrol level. I want to push up to 1,000 points and beyond. It would be great. Start seeing the Red Scorpions fight their own battles. Will be great in future games on both of the channels. So there it is, that's the video. So check out the regular painting tutorial on the channel here for the Red Scorpions. On the Plus channel there is an in-depth painting tutorial for Red Scorpions. It's the Redemptor Dreadnought, show you from start to finish how to paint that. Just one of the bigger challenges there I've done as an in-depth painting tutorial on the Plus channel. And then check out legofingerz and his commission work. Instagram, I'll put the link below, and also he has an eBay account with models for sale as well, and I believe he's taking on commissions, so get in contact with him if you want him to paint up some models for yourself as well. There it is, that is the Tactica video for the Primaris Apothecary. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.